Joe Beermaster here. Today I'm going to show you how to paint a car or paint a door panel. Today I chose to show you how to paint. We're going to panel paint this door panel. This is not insurance and it's an older vehicle, so the owner of the car decided to go with panel painting, although there's a chance that the paint won't completely match when you don't blend. But I'm going to show you the quick process of what to do when painting a panel. So the first thing we did, we prepared the panel, we did the body work. We took the stripe off, dried it up, taped it all up. Normally we'd take the door handles out in moldings, but this job doesn't call for that. And the next step would be, once it's just about ready for paint, we're going to dry it off with a grease and wax remover. And we're going to do that right now. It gets any wax or grease or any dirt off, tar, road tar. This will stop the paint from we call fish eyeing or bubbling when you're painting, and it gets any grease or wax. It would cause a barrier for adhesion. We dry it on, put it on, and then we're going to dry it off with a dry cloth. And then once, we can do this 2, even 3 times if we want. And once it's all dry, we're going to hit it with a tack cloth, something that's sticky. Take any haze that it might leave or residue. The idea is to chemically clean it real nice. Now we're going to use a tack rag. It's a little cloth that's got a little stickiness to it, and it collects all the lint, any dust or anything that's create a barrier. And we wipe it all down. And then we should be ready for refinishing. Now we're going to mix up the paint. Depends on the brand. This one's going to be about almost 50% paint, 50% reactive reducer. Alright, we transferred the paint to the gun and we're ready to rock and roll. Your first coat should be a dusting light barrier coat. We have a regulator here, so we're trying to adjust the pressure a little bit. And we're ready to go. You always face the car away from it, or the paint gun away from the car. You see how I fan it out? That's how it's done. You don't stop facing the panel, you always fan it out. And we're going to give this about, it's red, it's pretty transparent, probably about 8 to 10 coats. We're going to fade back a little further each time so it blends in nice, and then we're going to clear coat it. Okay, I'm on about the 5th coat, and you can see I'm blending it back. That way we don't have a color differential. There's a molding here, and we're just blending it a little further every time. And with red, you have to put more coverage on. In between each coat, we're going to give it a nice little tacking. Get all that dust off, any nibs. And we're going to give it another coat. So the idea is to put the paint, cover the panels, and then when you're on your final coat, thin the paint out and sort of do a crisscross panel. Crisscross 2 ways, up and down a little bit, and it sort of hides any lines or blemishes. So it's the next day. We just wet sanded it after we cleared it. We used 1500 sandpaper, and then we went over it with 3000. And then we're going to buff it, wax it, and stripe it, and it'll come out nice.